Hello and welcome. Today we will study about some properties of muscles after electrical stimulation. Means muscles actually stimulated by motor impulse brought by motor neurons or motor nerves from CNS. And motor, either impulse may be motor or sensory. Impulse is always electrical or electrochemical stimulation. Okay. For contraction, muscles require motor impulse, means electrical stimulation. And with respect to electrical stimulation, there are some properties of muscles. Today we will discuss about such properties. There are number of properties: single muscle twitch, summation, tetanus, refractory period, threshold stimulus, then all or none principle, then oxygen depth, etc. These are some properties. 7 properties are there. We will study one by one. Okay. First is single muscle twitch. Actually, single muscle twitch, in simple words, single muscle contraction. Twitch is nothing but contraction. A muscle contraction initiated by a single brief stimulus. When a brief stimulus, electrical stimulus given, then a single muscle contraction occurs. That is called as single muscle twitch. After a brief stimulation, one time muscle contraction occurs. One electrical stimulation results in one muscle contraction. That is the single muscle twitch. It occurs in 3 steps. First step is a latent period. Means this is the inactive or resting period. Muscle remain in latent period or resting period. Thereafter means before, that period is before the contraction, actual contraction. Then second period is the period of contraction, and third period is the relaxation period. Means latent period, contraction period and relaxation period. These are the 3 periods through which a muscle twitch occurs or muscle contraction occurs. Second property, summation, means nothing but the addition. If the muscle is stimulated before the end of a twitch, means a contraction, it produces greater tension. That is summation or addition effect. Means if the muscle is stimulated before the end of twitch, means before one muscle contraction, if the one again second stimulus goes, then it produces a greater tension, and that is the summation or the addition effect. Repeated stimuli will produce increasing strength of contraction. That is the staircase phenomenon. That is also called staircase phenomenon. Means if the repeated means frequently, continuously stimuli applied over the muscles, then it produces increasing strength of contraction. Okay, that is the summation. Tetanus. What is tetanus actually? Muscles remain permanently in the state of contraction. Why? Because continuous stimuli supplied to the muscles. Okay, and that is why there is no time to relax the muscle. Means there is a resting phase, relaxing phase, that is not made available to the muscles, and that is why one after another stimuli repeatedly, frequently rapidly given to the muscles, that leads to a repeated contraction state, that is called tetanus. Okay. If stimulation is very rapid or frequent, the muscle does not have time to relax, and muscle remain in the state of contraction, that is called tetanus. Muscle remain in the state of contraction because every muscular contraction have relaxation phase, then contraction, relaxation going on. But here continuous contraction occurs and there is no time available for relaxation. That is the tetanus, state of contraction. Muscle remain in the state of contraction. That is why in tetanus all the muscles, major abdominal muscles, etc., all the muscles get contracted, remain in contracted state, and that is very painful. Fourth property is a refractory period. A refractory period is actually resting period. Muscles need a short resting period, means 0.02 seconds refractory period, resting period required by muscle after each contraction. It is actually a resting period of the muscle is about 0.2 or not 2 seconds after one stimulus. If the second stimulus given immediately, instantly, the muscle cannot respond to the second stimulus, as muscle is in a resting phase, a refractory phase. Okay, muscle is in resting phase, that is why muscle not responding. That is the refractory period. Muscle cannot respond to a second stimulus as muscle is in resting phase or resting period. Fifth property is a threshold stimulus. Threshold means what? Neither too much weak, low, or very high than the required intensity. Muscle requires a normal intensity stimulus for its contraction. If we apply weak stimulus, low threshold stimulus, then muscle cannot contract. Or even very strong stimulus, heavy stimulus, then muscle not causing much powerful contraction. But a normal threshold stimulus responsible for a powerful contraction. Okay. Threshold stimulus, a muscle requires a minimum strength, minimum intensity stimulus for its contraction. Minimum strength or intensity of stimulus for its contraction, it is called threshold stimulus. Low intensity or high intensity stimulus not causing the proper effect. Threshold stimulus means a normal stimulus, neither low or strong, weak or strong. Okay. Then sixth property of the muscle is all or none principle, or all or none law. Principle is nothing but the law that is obeyed by muscles as well as nerves. Here, low threshold stimulus will not result in contraction. A threshold stimulus means normal intensity stimulus as per need of muscle. That is a threshold stimulus will result in contraction of maximum force. Threshold stimulus responsible for contraction of maximum force. Very high intensity stimulus not responsible for the contraction of maximum force. For that, only threshold stimulus required. High threshold stimulus will not increase the force of contraction. Means force of contraction is concerned with threshold stimulus, not high threshold stimulus or low threshold stimulus. Muscle fibers contract fully or not. Always muscles or nerves responding in the same way. Muscle fibers contract fully or not. This is called all or none principle or all or none law. All muscles and nerves obey this principle, this law. And the last property of the muscles is a oxygen depth. During heavy exercise, muscles oxygen supply reduces greatly. Means muscles not getting enough oxygen as compared to in a resting condition. This leads to failure of oxidative phosphorylation of the respiratory substrate. In the sarcoplasm of muscles, there is a glucose, that is the respiratory substrate, most favored respiratory substrate, where if the less oxygen, insufficient oxygen is there due to strenuous exercise, then oxygen not made available. Hence, after glycolysis, a anaerobic means lactic acid fermentation or anaerobic respiration occurs that results in the formation of lactic acid. And lactic acid is a toxic substance and also produce less ATP. Hence, muscles feel tiredness, fatigue, then pain, also the cramps. Okay. This leads to, if the less oxygen is made available to muscles because of the heavy exercise, strenuous exercise, this leads to failure of the oxidative phosphorylation of the respiratory substrate, that is glucose, in the sarcoplasm of the muscles. In such condition, muscle undergo anaerobic respiration and formation of lactic acid takes place. And in the sarcoplasm, means cytoplasm of the muscle fiber, there occurs only anaerobic respiration, not aerobic, because oxygen is not available sufficiently in the sarcoplasm. Lactic acid is a toxic and produces less ATP. It causes tiredness, pain and cramps in the muscles. During recovery, oxygen consumption of the muscle is much more than in the resting state. After normal contraction, a normal relaxation, a resting stage is there. After that stage, oxygen requirement is normal. But after strenuous exercise, if lactic acid is formed, then muscle requires recovery stage. During recovery stage, muscles oxygen consumption increases greatly as compared to the consumption of oxygen after the resting phase. During recovery, oxygen consumption of the muscle is much more than that in the resting state. And this extra consumed oxygen consumed during the recovery is called oxygen depth of the muscle. Okay. Means if we have normal work, not strenuous work or exercise, then there is no oxygen depth. If the person performs strenuous or heavy exercise, then the lactic acid is formed that leads to muscle fatigue, and from fatigue stage to next contraction stage, a recovery phase is essential. And during recovery stage or phase, oxygen demand is more because muscles using more oxygen, and that is that increased oxygen consumption during the recovery phase is the oxygen depth. Okay. This extra oxygen consumption during the recovery is called as oxygen depth of the muscle. Then the another topic, next topic is a rigor mortis. Here previously we learned about the 7 properties of muscles on electric stimulation. Now rigor mortis. Rigor is indicating a stiffness, mortis in the dead individual, means the body or muscles in the body of the dead individuals show stiffness after a particular period, after few hours. Okay, why? There is a reason. Rigor mortis, some hours after the death of an individual, its muscles are stiffed, become harder due to a permanent contraction stage. This muscular stiffening after the death is rigor mortis. It helps in fixation of hours of death after a murder. If a crime case is there and the experts are visiting, they can analyze, they can estimate the time of the murder by the rigor mortis condition. It helps in the fixation of hours of death, means how many hours after or before, how many hours before a murder occurred when the expert visited at the crime site. Okay, means the hour fixation become easier by the rigor mortis stage. After death, fresh ATP supply to the muscles stops. Then the muscles depends upon the ATP storage. Okay, and once the local store of the ATP is finished, the detachment of the myosin from the actin cannot take place, because for that ATP is required. Contraction as well as relaxation, both are the active processes, requires ATP. For actin filament, myosin filament, and the head of the myosin filaments attached to the active site of the actin filament, for detachment ATP molecules are required. Because of the death, fresh ATP supply not made available, that is stopped, but the store ATP also get finished, and that is why the detachment of the heads of the myosin filaments from actin not occurs, not takes place, and this results in permanent state of contraction, that is the stiffness of muscles in the dead individual. Okay, this is all about the rigor mortis. Okay, bye.